the other thing too is that, you know, everyone wants to look better. Like, and that's fine. You know, like I think it's, you know, it's about getting to a point that you're happy with, but it's like, if you want to get in better shape and you want to look better, show me one person who looks great that, you know, that's healthy. I mean, I know there's obviously the exceptions to the rule, but it's like, it's just going to slow your results. Like it'll slow your fat loss. Like it does every single time. And it's like, I think too, you've just got to break that habit. Like it'll be hard to start with. I think you have to say to yourself, well, why is it I can't commit to the no drinking? Like I'm here, I'm at A and I really want to get to B, but for whatever reason, I can't make the commitment to get to where I want to be. And I think that it's those initial few times you go out with friends where you don't drink, and you tell them that you're not drinking. Because I think a lot of women too, you know, they're like, oh yeah, but my friends are going to give me a hard time about not drinking. And I'm like, well, really, if they're going to do that, then what sort of friends are they? But most of the time, usually when you tell them, you know, if they're good friends, it's about seeing your friend. It's not about getting shit-faced.
Sure. And there is a lot of social pressure around drinking. And, you know, I mean, and if you want to, you know, get a water with a lime or whatever it is that you feel you need so that people don't give you any crap, then do that. You know, that's an easy thing to do. But I mean, I get it. You know, initially when you go around people in the social environments and you stop drinking, it feels a little uncomfortable. But I assure you, the more you do it, and I could care less. You know, when people go and drink around me now, and I don't drink, it doesn't bother me one bit. I just know every morning I feel a lot better than they do. And so, right. And I mean, and I don't make dumb decisions. I mean, it's just one of those things when you start going a different route that you see all the positives in not drinking versus, you know, ask yourself, what am I losing if I drink versus what am I losing if I don't drink? Right. So if you're looking to get better in your life and you're looking to get results and you're looking to get healthier, it's just something that's not really in the defining of helping you. Right. And I mean, and if you talk to women and like, look, I'm going to kill all my family if I don't have a drink. I'm like, okay, maybe don't give it up just yet. Work on improving the diet, get yourself healthier. I mean, because there's actually, you know, some studies that show, you know, that the alcohol doesn't have as much toxic effect on the liver if polyunsaturated fats aren't in the diet per se, right? So when you remove those, it's basically that combination of the two of them that causes more of the toxicity. So if you can clean up the diet a lot, what will essentially end up happening is, you know, I think the choice to not do it becomes easier versus having to force yourself to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And, you know, like we'll recommend too to women but what I usually find is we'll say to them, just cut it out for 12 weeks. Do yourself a favor. It's the time that you're in this program, however long it is, just commit to not drinking. You know, because you can always have a drink again, like once you've given your body a chance to heal and give your liver a break. But what I usually find is that when they finally do it and they start to feel better, is that they're like, I don't actually really want to drink again.
Yeah.
Like even have a few drinks. Like it's sort of, you just come out the other side. And I think, and I've even found with myself, like, you know, I would still probably up until 3-4 months ago, still every now and then have a few drinks, like not get shit faced. But even now I'm like, I just don't even want to do that. Like even just 2 drinks makes me feel crappy and my sleep's disrupted. And, you know, it's amazing how much it really, I think once you start to feel really good and then you go and do it, you're like, oh, it's just not that really worth it.
Yeah. And I think that's with anything, you know, and I think that's with anything. And anytime you try to make a change, it's like, don't think of it as forever, you know, try it for 30, 60, 90 days. And, you know, if after that time period, you feel you want to have a drink or whatever it is that you feel like you need to do, then do it. But more likely than not, if you've done it properly for those 60, 90 days, you don't want to. And so, but I think it allows people to not feel like I can never have another drink. No, of course you can. You can do whatever you want, right? It's free choice. You know, you're only here to guide them into a better life. And so, and I know we wanted to talk about this. It's kind of like, if you're going to drink, right? Like there is a better way to do it, you know, and there are ways that you can help your body prevent it to have less toxicity if you're going to have an alcoholic beverage. And, you know, one of the big things, and it's so funny because everyone's like, I don't want to consume alcohol with sugar, right? Like they think that's going to make it worse. But to be honest, it's actually less toxic for your liver if you have it with some sort of sucrose, because it has fructose in it, and that will help clean the liver out a lot faster. So that doesn't mean consume tons of alcoholic beverages like margaritas all night long and then eat a bunch of chips and crap and then the next day you're going to feel better. That doesn't happen, right? But if you're going to have a vodka orange juice, right, and sip it and have some water with it, it's going to be a less toxic situation for your liver. It's going to get out of you a lot quicker and you probably won't feel as bad the next day.
Well, you know what? I really do love a good pina colada. So Bacardi with pineapple juice, coconut milk, would that be all right?
There you go. It's like a meal. I mean, you know, there's good and bad of everything, you know, and that's why I think the French who drink a lot, you know, and they consume, not a lot, I mean, they drink a lot of wine and then they eat it with cheese because saturated fat is supposed to be protective, you know, to the liver as well. So again, consuming some alcohol with some saturated fat, cheese, is better than drinking alone, you know, and then also drinking some coffee, you know, it's not just to help wake you up, but that coffee helps detox the liver. So doing those things can help prevent some of the toxicity from overconsumption of alcohols into your body. And you're probably going to feel a little better the next day by doing those things. So not saying everyone go out and do those and drink, but if you're going to, then those are better choices to make around your alcohol consumption.
I think too, like if you're someone, you know, like Melissa Collins is one of our coaches and she's come from a background of like really drug and alcohol abuse. So she's just like, I just don't drink anymore because I really still like, you know, like the all or nothing mentality. She's like, for me, it's too much of a, you know, I know if I have a few, I won't be able to stop. So it's better for me if I just don't drink because I feel better and I'm healthier and my mindset's better. And, you know, I think I'm probably the same too. It's like a real extremist, you know, so it's just better for me to have 0 drinks because otherwise I want to have fucking 500 and then I just feel like shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, again, it's finding what works for you. And I think, you know, right now your goal is I want to feel good and I like to feel good. Great. Then this is what your path is going to look like, you know? And so, and then once you get into that place of feeling well, you know, and especially because, I mean, I work with a lot of people that are really sick. I mean, it's not just that they want to lose weight, but they're sick. I mean, they have a bunch of things going on with them. And I'm not saying I'm a medical doctor. I don't preach that. But when you heal the system in the body, putting something like alcohol in the system is not going to help get you there. It's not. It's just going to prevent you from getting where you want to go.
Totally. All right. Well, is there anything else that you want to add that you don't think we've already talked about?
Just life is wonderful.
Yeah. You'll feel so much better. Waking up on a Sunday with no hangover. Oh God. I just remember the come downs, the drugs and alcohol, and they're just like, it actually makes me cringe now to like how I used to feel. And the cigarette.
Again, it's like, I'm glad that was part of my life because, you know, I learned a lot and I understand whole different levels of people, but you know, I look at it as a total experiment that I went through and I learned and I'm good. I don't need to do it again ever.
And look, we've recovered. It's possible.
Well, it just shows you, you know, you can get healthy.
Yeah. The body's resilient. You know, it's never too late. It's never too late.
Very resilient.
To heal and eat better food. All right. Well, thanks so much. And have a wonderful day. And I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, Kitty.
Bye, Kate. Bye.